Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well, thank you for joining me. You know, one of the things I talk about on this channel a lot is what's going on across the channel, funnily enough, between Dover and France, all the migrant crossings and the effect that it has eventually on this country. And one question we all ask is, why is it still happening? Why is it a thing? And if you look at it from a business point of view, a business model from the point of view of the people that are carrying this out, it would be very easy to stop if you just removed the end product. But that doesn't seem to be happening, does it? Whenever I do a video of this nature, one of the things that often comes out is people blame the RNLI, people blame Border Force, and you see comments quite often like, I've been supporting the RNLI for 30, 40 years, defund the RNLI, how dare they, and all this sort of thing. You know, myself and my father, and I've said it many times, used to go door to door years ago raising funds for the RNLI. We had friends locally living in a seaside town. We belonged to the local yacht club, for example. So, you know, we had invested interests. But what effect does this actually have? Now, I found a comment when I was looking through all the YouTube comments, which I do regularly, and it's very interesting to me, and I wanted to share it with you. Before I do, you know, this is the kind of stuff that we talk about all the time on this channel, the crossings, politics, cost of living, all sorts of stuff right across the whole spectrum. And I try and bring you some kind of human truth to it. And if that's something that you want, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, because you'll be joining a growing band of like-minded people. Anyway, let's bring this comment up and we'll see. Now, this is from somebody called Julia, as you can see. Says, I have just done a little research into the percentage of RNLI stations involved in immigrant rescues. I love how they put the quotation marks around that. There are approximately 50 stations bordering the channel, and probably half that number are regularly involved in rescues of small immigrant boats. Imagine these take about 60 a time. The RNLI have nearly 240 lifeboat stations all around the coast of England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. If you withdraw support from the association and cause lifeboat stations to close for lack of funds, the usual happening is that those units that get the least call-outs are the ones that are cut first. Just an experienced guess. So all that will happen is that those stations that are so heavily involved in the channel crossings will be the last to be withdrawn. Elsewhere, all around our coasts, a lot more people will drown. So rather than just stop your support or cutting them out of your wills, write to their head office. Tell them why you feel that you cannot support the charity that's aiding in people trafficking, rather than fulfilling their original purpose. I have nothing but respect for all the volunteer lifeboat men and women working all around our coasts, but what you have been implying about the politicisation of the charity on the south coast is true, then it's vital that the rot is stopped now. Well, this is the thing. You have to distinguish between those that volunteer and the organisation itself, don't you? And those that volunteer give up an awful lot of time, often at great cost. I've seen it with my own eyes. And, you know, it's a disgrace that a once proud organisation has been led down the path it has, and people perceive it as they now do. And I just thought that was a very interesting comment. And I wonder what you have to say about it. Leave some remarks below, and something we can go through at another time. Anyway, as I already said, I talk a lot about the RNLI. There's another video here where I've discussed it in the past that you can look at if you want to catch up on some other stuff. And as always, I look forward to talking to you soon. Toodaloo.